Until a few years ago, I'd never been in trouble with the law a day in my life. In fact, I had dedicated my life to doing the exact opposite. I was an attorney, well respected, always doing the right thing. Then one day, I started to realize that the legal system, and quite frankly, the entire governmental system, is just so insanely corrupt, I couldn't stomach it anymore.
If they came into your business that had 10,000 products and 3 of them or 10 of them somehow didn't have a barcode on it, and they said, here you go, your emergency shutdown, today, close up, send everybody home, and you can no longer operate.
They came in and did an inspection with no notice and stayed there for 7 hours, and you could tell that they were on a mission. They had to find something.
He says the company has 65 full-time employees.
We have people that have mortgages and car payments and families, and I felt like I was in the twilight zone.
I started to fight back, and I started to protest against what the government was doing to people like you and me. Everyday average citizens who just go about their lives trying to earn a living. In 2023, I went to Tulsa City Hall on the 3rd occasion in the quest for records related to improper spending of federal funds by the city of Tulsa and the Tulsa City Council. On the prior instances, I'd been rebuffed and sent away no records, and nobody seemed to even understand how to process an open record request. Over the course of several days, I communicated with City Attorney Gerald Bender and the City Council Attorney Pat Kennedy. And in conversing with those gentlemen, I was told to go back to City Hall, request specific departments from which I needed records, and that they would provide those records. So on this day that I go for records, the day that ultimately would lead to the first time I've ever been arrested in my life, I go to Tulsa City Hall to try to get records related to grants. And in walking in there, I meet the same security guards I've met all the prior times. I run into the same issues of them not understanding what it is I was seeking and what it is we were trying to do. During the course of that interaction, there was one security guard that just kept staring at me. The security guard staring at me in 2023 would later eerily remind me of Brian Koberger. And yes, his stare is that freaking awful. This security guard, while I'm simply trying to get records, keeps staring at me in a way that made me extremely uncomfortable, to the point that I even said something to him about the fact that he was staring at me like he either wanted to kill me or he wanted to date me. And I might have even made a joke about I'd need to get permission from my wife if he wanted to take me on a date. He didn't really appreciate that, and he stared at me more. And at one point, I told him he was staring at me in a way that made it look like he wanted to put his hands on me. Little did I know at that time that that same security guard, Richard Testerman, would grab me. Now, after getting nowhere and talking to the security guards, I finally talked to one of their supervisors. And I'm told very specifically I can go to the 1st floor or to the 4th floor.
Absolutely, go ahead.
So we have certain floors that you can't go to, that you have to have.
You just told me I can't go to any floor. So which ones can I go to? Which ones can the public go
They
to?
just told you, they're over this building, they just told you the 4th floor and this floor.
And the words out of my mouth are clear. I say, well, let's go to the 4th floor.
Well, let's go to the 4th floor.
And for all those English experts out there, let's implies let's all. Meaning, I don't care if they follow me around. Sure, it makes me uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want. I just wanted to get my records and get out of the dadgum building. After being told that I could go to the 1st or 4th floor and confirming verbally that I was going to go then to the 4th floor, I took a step forward. And at that point, Richard Testerman reaches out and grabs me.
Well, let's go to the 4th floor. Dude, do not fucking touch me, man. Back up. Back up.
I'm able to brush Testerman off of me, waving him kind of his arm off, and then he suddenly lunges towards me and comes towards me, and I push him away while holding papers in my hand. According to Testerman's reports, I punched him in the chest. Now, you watch this video. Let's look at it again. What am I doing there? It doesn't look like I'm punching him in the chest. It looks like I'm pushing a man who is attacking me away from me. In other words, I'm acting in self-defense. Despite the fact that I push him away, I continue to have to back up because Testerman is the aggressor. He's the one that has come after me. And as the video shows, look at me backing up again, moving closer and closer to the revolving door as Testerman approaches me. Notice that the officers that are there puts his arm between us and pushes Testerman back away from me. Notice, at no point do I escalate the situation. I move away. Frankly, I think that I would have been well within my rights to have pummeled the guy, but I prefer non-violence to violence. But if somebody touches me, I'm going to do what I need to do to get them off of me. Well, after this encounter, the Tulsa Police Department shows up, and I have a conversation with TPD outside, and I explain to them that I'm not the kind of wimpy person that's going to seek a battery case against Testerman for grabbing me.
With another way, I don't believe in dealing with things criminally that you don't have to. I can deal with them in federal court on a civil rights violation, so I'll deal with this another way. I don't believe in trying to get people locked up unless they're just an absolute complete idiot. That guy apologized, or he apologized, and the other guy, I'll deal with him in another way, so it's fine. I don't need anything.
Testerman doesn't say anything to the police department at all that day, other than to go up to the officer and ask him for his information. After I leave that day, Testerman apparently goes and converses with city leaders for the city of Tulsa. According to his own recording to 911, he had to converse with the city to figure out what they wanted him to do about the situation.
Non-emergency.
Hi, my name is Rich Testman. I work in Access Control. I'm a security guard for the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we had an incident on Friday that was reported to, just a second, it was Officer Metcalf, Josh Metcalf, and Olivia Slater were the two officers who responded. And I need to press charges on an individual who had assaulted me. Assault and battery.
Okay, so you didn't file a report with them? You just spoke with them?
Not at that time, because I didn't know what the city wanted to do.
What did they decide? They decided he would file a false police report saying I punched him in the chest, failing to report that he was the aggressor that grabbed me.
All right, I'll do that. And what's a good phone number for you?
310-908-9329.
Resulting in the Tulsa Police Department that works for the city of Tulsa that I was investigating for grant fraud, sending out officers, sending out a warrant, and resulting in my arrest. Now that arrest didn't go down smoothly either. I tried to turn myself in, and they rejected me at the jail. Just look at this incompetence. Okay, hey, y'all are coming on in. You're going to want to share this because you're going to see behind me I'm at the David L. Moss Criminal Justice Center at 300 North Denver Avenue, a place I've been many times before, but not in this capacity, because if you haven't heard already, I'm getting arrested. They've been moving pretty quick today, but they're waiting on the warrants to come up to the courthouse to start driving. Oh, okay. So what, come back in an hour? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, probably. They gotta have it.
I had to come back.
It's possible when
You have to be the only person.
Court tomorrow. I don't really want to get arrested. I mean, I'm an attorney. I really don't want to get arrested when I go to the courthouse in the morning. And I don't want to, if it's 2 to 10 hours, I don't want to be up here all day on night. So is there any way we can start this process without having? Can I have somebody go pick it up? It takes 10 minutes. Is there somewhere we can send them to go pick it up? Well, I already have a copy of it. All right, y'all. I guess I'm not under arrest for about another hour. After that, I then go to turn myself in at the courthouse. During my attempt to turn myself in at the courthouse, I'm flung to the ground, they pile on top of me, and what happens as a result of that? I'm charged with resisting arrest for trying to turn myself in. This is not a joke. This is real life, and I've already been found not guilty for resisting arrest that didn't happen
in that case that you just watched. Now, I'm facing a battery jury trial in Tulsa County that is starting today, September the 8th, 2025. I'm on trial because Richard Testerman grabbed me. Why am I being prosecuted? Because they want to persecute me because I dared question their absolute and complete thievery while in office.